What up, what up, what up? Thank you for tuning back in and listening. Pleasure. I'm your host, the one, the only Rob.G.
I promise you one day it ain't gonna be our little podcast. It's gonna be a conglomerate.
And also it brings it full circle. If you go into it and buy a coffee with a family member.
You muted.
Welcome. Thank you for tuning back in and listening. Pleasure. You know what it is. Man, I'm muted.
You're not now.
You can't hear me?
Now.
Oh, all right. Yeah, all right. I'm about to say, dang, we started. Okay, yeah, I got you.
The man. Free.
Thank y'all for tuning back in and listening to Pleasure. I'm your host, Rob.G, with my co-host, Mike V.
What up?
One and only, man. What's going on, brother?
How you, bro? Y'all already know the vibes. I can't complain at all. Y'all know exactly what it is. Hit the button. You heard me? This is my show right here. Yeah, this is my show right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
As we said, man, let me go ahead introduction to get into it while y'all sharing. So, this is one of those shows, man. It's very, intriguing. Everybody in here go to the games. You hear the whistles, you see the flags. We complain about them and etc. But you never truly heard the story behind it. So, in this episode, excuse me, sorry about that. We're gonna have a conversation that we all been waiting for. We all want to have. We're breaking down the X's and O's with the with the people that enforce it themselves. So, we're going to talk about how they see the game and what they think about it. So, without no further ado, man, I want y'all welcome to the stage. Tonight's main guest. Y'all, please welcome to the stage my main man, AC. Y'all welcome AC to the stage.
What's up, fellas? How y'all guys doing?
What's going on, AC?
What's going on this beautiful Wednesday night?
Man, cool. Pittsburgh. That's crazy.
Hey, man, ain't but one true Steelers fan, man. You gotta love them.
Yeah.
You gotta love them.
I can respect
it. I'm a winner, man. 6 times.
Yeah, man. That's right. Y'all share it, put it in all y'all sports groups. I'm about to share this and everything. So we definitely
appreciate y'all guys having me on tonight, man. Appreciate you, Mike.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure. Put your team in the chat. Hey, my wife.
Man,
Bird gang for life. Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm gonna be doing Philadelphia Eagle game breakdown at every game this year. Check them out.
Let them know.
Man,
I'm just sharing this to all the sports groups I only got before.
Man, AC.
What's going on, Mike? Well, first of all, Mike, before we dig into AC, you're official, man. Give us your little rundown on your officiating background.
Oh shit, man. It really started with flag, and it's funny because I thought I was just trying to stay around the game. I had been doing Sunday football for so long. I was just trying to stay around the fellas. That's what I do on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw a lot of people don't take it serious. And then I got into kids tackle and saw what I felt like was people short-trained. It's a lot of money to be made refereeing. And it's a lot of people who half-ass the job. And I ain't like it. And then I really sat into it and once I kind of locked myself into it, I love it. And this is gonna be my first year doing some JV in middle school. On the high school level. I'm taking Virginia high school test as we speak. I just want to see how far I can take it, man, because like it's kind of hard for me to walk away from the game of football. I was standing on Todd during the position training Saturday, and I thought I'm gonna get more playing time as a referee on this field than I ever got as a player. But yeah, it's done turned into a legitimate passion. Like I sit in here and study my book, literally, like you know what I mean. Like yeah, so it keeps me close to the game, and that's all. Like football, one of the only things that love me as much as I loved it. I feel like, and it'd be hard to walk away from stuff like that.
It'll give it back to you. It'll
Gotcha.
definitely give you back to you. Everything you put in, you'll get it back. For sure. So guys,
Definitely
real
go for
quick,
that.
Mike, I know you
Definitely go.
what
So we got our main guest on for the night, AC. We might have some others jump on that reached out. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No. So
I thought
I
somebody
was
was
just
saying something. I had some feedback. So give them an introduction about yourself.
so if y'all can hear me, man, I got started in this thing, man, in 1997, 98. Like this year, 32, 33 for me.
Ooh.
Right. And it all started, my niece was playing basketball, you know. And at that time, it was only one official. The other one, his partner didn't show up. So I'm watching these girls, they 13, 14, beat each other up on the court. So I tell the guy, the referee, I'm like, hey, man, you need some help? He's like, yeah, you ever ref before? I'm like, nah. He's like, you got some sweatpants? So I went to Family Dollar, got some sweatpants, got a white t-shirt and a little P whistle, a little chrome whistle with a little P in it. He said, all I need you to do is just if you see any contact, just blow the whistle. Don't worry about no signals, don't worry about none of that. And that's how I got started. And he put me on the Dallas Henderson, rest in peace to Dallas. And I got started with Dallas, man. And after I did basketball, football season came around. He's like, you want to do football? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you want to do baseball? I'm like, yeah. So I got started with all three sports at the same time, you know. And mind you, I was staying in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and I was driving down here every Saturday to do games. And we was only getting paid anywhere between $8 to $12 a game. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about the money. It was about the dedication and the loyalty that I had to him. Because if he gets me started in this, all I got to do is just show up and be there and go to the little meetings we had at Lake Taylor Middle School. And it just took off from there. And then Dallas became like my right hand man to where, like, if he told me a game was at the Monitor Merrimack under the water, I would have went down there and officiated the game. That's how much I love the game. Like seriously. And I was putting anywhere between 300 to 350 miles a weekend on my car just to do games. And I was there every Saturday at 7:30. Game started at 8, I'm there at 7:30 at Lakewood. So when I say you the money is on the back end. So when people see me out there thinking, okay, is he doing this, he making this, they don't see what I put into it. They don't see the 300 miles, me burning a motor up, stranded on 95 trying to get to a football game or trying to get to a basketball game, right? Trying to get back to these kids, something I didn't have growing up, right? So I made it a promise to myself that I'm gonna always get back to the kids and get them an outlet to the point where they'll never say nobody was there for me. Because so many kids get lost. That's why I love the kids, man. I would do anything, man, for these kids just to be that father figure on the football field that they may not have at home. Because that football field, for some of these kids, it's their peace of mind. They don't get it at home, even though they're kids, they don't get it at home. When they get on that field, it's a peace of mind for these kids, man. Like, they get to be their self.
Like Rob grew up with me. He remember I was a basketball person first. Like that I started playing football because everybody I hung around was football people. And somewhere in the middle of that, like that rectangle, man, that is the safest place in the world for me.
It
Like
is.
everything makes sense. Like, and I remember coming home from college, and we used to play tackle football on Sundays. We'd drink beers beforehand, but we was out there every Sunday, and my pop was like, "Man, you got to get it up." No, bro, that's the one good thing in my life. Like, I'm trying to figure out everything else. The one thing I
All
know
year
for
long.
a fact is Sunday football at Huntington Field. Like, that's one, like, and so, like, every time I have not been, whether it was we didn't play flag till I turned like 26, or when everybody stopped and I stopped playing for like 2 years. Whenever I'm not around that field, it feel like something missing. Like there is something missing. And it's Sunday football. Like I don't know how to say it no different.
Man, you know the best feeling in the world, man, for me is seeing these guys that I officiated at youth right now today in the NFL.
That's the facts.
Today, you know, I've been officiating them since they was 5 and 6. They got drafted this year. They
Yep.
got drafted last year. They got drafted the year before last. All the way through high school, I get to enjoy these guys. And then when they come back, hey, AC, how you doing? This and this and this. That's the most enjoyable feeling for me, man. To see these guys grow up to be phenomenal men, man. To go out, man, and fulfill their dreams. Because everybody ain't gonna make it to the NFL. But to see the ones that
That's
do
right.
make it, man, the blood, sweat, and tears that they give back to this game, and to see them make it, man, ain't no better feeling for me, man, than to see these guys, man, get drafted, man, in April, man. And I wish every kid out there, man, the best. I really do. I just hope the parents understand that what we got to do and what we got to go through to make sure our kids make it, whether it's football, whether it's baseball, whether it's basketball. What it's gonna take, you know, because you can be on a team that's 1-8, and you never know who looking at you in them bleachers. People will find you no matter where
That's
you
right.
are. You don't have to be on that stacked team to get drafted. If you
So
good enough and you put it in, they'll find you.
so it's kids from teams in Pivco that like they might have one or two good players before they walk off the field after the game, sometime during the game. I'm gonna walk up to them kids and I'm gonna go, "Hey yo, eventually the talent around you gonna catch up to you. Don't get deterred because you on this team that's 1-8. Like you can really play this game. Keep a good attitude. I promise, like because we know it for a fact. And I ain't saying we didn't have talent around him, but nobody saw Uki Vic being what Uki Vic was when he got detected because he didn't have a real good offensive line in high school.
Right.
And you feel what I'm saying? So it didn't get seen. And then the talent around him was comparable to his talent, and all of a sudden it was crazy. Like I constantly tell certain kids, like, stay the course, bro. Keep a good attitude because at some point the talent got to catch up to you. And when
It will. I think so. For me, we have, and I know this ain't gonna happen,
Hold on,
but I really
before we
wish.
get further, hold on real quick before we get further, AC. Is your man named Dwayne?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Damn, I jumped. All right, let's bring him on real quick because he jumped straight on. I ain't want to keep talking and leave him out the comments.
Yeah, that's
So y'all
Dwayne.
welcome
That's
to the
him.
stage. Y'all welcome Dwayne to the stage.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
welcome, brother.
What's
Welcome.
up, Dwayne?
All right, what's going on?
I've been listening. I've been listening to y'all. You know, and y'all all have valid points. And AC, the one thing I love about doing this is I do get to see the kids that I've officiated since they were 8, like Travion Henderson playing in the Super Bowl last year, or earlier this year. So that's what I do it for. And me being from DC, I was lucky to have, I was blessed to have my father, both my parents, but a lot of my friends didn't. So football, basketball are the outlets for city kids. So when I'm on the field, that's why one of the things I hate the most is when I see coaches not not teaching. Like I, one of my things, and I'll let y'all comment on it. One of my things though is that when coaches are coaches coaching, or they just coaching to win little league? Are they teaching these kids something?
Um, um,
So for
I,
me,
I think I
it's a
think you
whole
got.
lot it's a whole lot when it comes to that. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I think my bad, bro. I think it's a combination of like being honest. Some of them not even coaching the kids; they just out there for show, right? Like they want to look like they somebody important. They think it give them a piece of status, and then I think that with the like it's a lot of these groups where people who kids play 8U call each other sorry and suck and let's bet money. And I believe that a lot of these coaches get caught up in the hype of what's going on and not what the keeping the main thing. And what the main thing is on the youth level is preparing them to play at the next level. And I thought that was what we constantly were supposed to be doing. But I used to say this to Rob all the time. Like one of the most frustrating things is I hear 1,000 coaches scream, "Y'all got to block." I ain't watched now one of them show the kid how to get in the stance yet though. Like you ain't taught him how to get in the stance, you ain't taught him how to fire off the ball, but you keep screaming block. You put the smallest kid on your team on the line, the biggest kid in the backfield, then scream, "Y'all got to block." Man, this little kid is chasing butterflies. He don't want to be right there, bro. He terrified of contact. And I think that's one of my biggest things that's attached to that is, like, especially at the 8 and 10U, like, you're supposed to be finding out the football for your kid. And if your kid out there doing stuff that can hurt themselves, like, go and let your kid play soccer or something, man. Badminton, they got pickleball. It's a bunch of stuff. But football too dangerous for somebody who don't want to be out there.
I agree.
And it's a lot of people trying to live off. My son got a chance at going pro because he run fast for 4-year-olds. Man, stop! You gonna hurt somebody.
So, girl, you a coach? You tell us your perspective as a coach.
Well, I'm gonna speak on everybody else. First, for me, in youth ball, the main thing is supposed to be development and teaching the game. The basics, the fundamentals. That's what I see. But piggyback on something Mike said before I lose it when he spoke on the safety. That's a huge thing. And listen, I said 3-4 times a week up until the first game, so all parents can get it. And I say this, and I'm just laughing because I just said it again today. I went back down to 8-year-olds this year again, and my whole thing is this: if your child don't show me something the way he could protect himself, and he won't be standing around, he will be ineligible come game 1. He will be a scratch until he can protect himself. So if you want your child to play, you got to find out something else outside of practice because we doing it and we drilling it. And if here it is a month or 2 months in and we in equipment and he's standing there like I don't know, standing there like, nah, bro. Like, so, but it's supposed to be about fundamentals, teaching the game, having fun, then if all that get taught, then of course some wins gonna come. You ain't gonna win every game. Every game somebody gotta win, somebody gotta lose. You know what I mean? I think now social media helped the game, but it hurt the game because everybody wanted to get on social media and say they won, they ran up this score, post this highlight. Like you got people posting highlights of plays with flags and penalties, getting jacked up, crazy stuff just for highlights. It's a whole lot, but we ain't digging into all that.
So
I can
for
go on
me,
and on, man.
so check it out. So for me, right, it's a lot. And I think it's more about opportunities than anything else. And when I say that, I
Mm-hmm.
think people forget how they was when they was 8 or how they was when they was 10 And now that they are they 16 or 17, or they in their 20s and they coaching, they forget about when they was 6 and the things they didn't know, or when they was 8 and the things they didn't know. So you find kids that's a little
Shit,
more
in high
advanced
school too.
yeah, even in high school, you find kids a little more advanced than others. But it's all about giving it opportunity. And it's the same thing with coaching and officiating. Okay, when you become a coach, the parents allow you to become a coach and they trust you with their kids, that you're going to teach their kids something about football, right? We all the four of us can agree to that, and everybody that's on the call can agree to that, right? But then when it comes to officiating, nobody wants to get an official that same opportunity, right? Everybody want that official that's been officiating 5 years, 10 years, 11 years, whatever the case may be. Nobody wants to give an official an opportunity to get better. So meanwhile, because they don't want the new official to officiate their game. No, 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 no. He don't need to be officiating this game. Well, how do he get better if he don't officiate somebody? He has to officiate somebody's game to get better, right? And if you don't give him an opportunity to get better, he will never get better. And then we go away from this right here. See this right here. 90% of the coaches don't know about this. They don't know about this right here. They don't know about the rule book. They don't know about the officials manual. They don't know about that. Those things they don't know about. So I
I
posted
agree.
on Facebook. I posted on Facebook the other day, and it was funny to me. I was doing a game, and a parent yelled out, "The officials are cheating!" And the coach turned to the lady in the bleachers and said, "No, they're not cheating. We just what do you say? We just something he said to the point of we just ain't performing to our ability. It ain't the refs." And when I say crickets, that the bleachers got quiet for the rest of the game. Nobody said absolutely nothing. But my problem I find is everybody want to be a youth coach. I get it. That's understanding. But you become stagnant because who's training the youth coaches? How many youth coaches are going and getting educated from other guys that get education? Because you can't be the smartest coach on your team. Somebody has to train you. And if you're not getting better every year like officials, then you become stagnant and you're going to teach the same thing over and over and over and over again because you're not being taught anything from officials that are better than you. You got high school coaches that you can go to. You got Moore, you got Oscar Smith, you got Phoebus, you got all these guys that's in one state that can tell you how to coach the big game or what it takes to become a great coach. But how many coaches are reaching out to these guys? They don't want to because they want to continue to teach these kids what they know. And you're limited to what you know if you don't educate yourself or put yourself around other coaches that's smarter than you, that can train you, that can teach you. Because if you're a parent and you're not being trained as a coach, you can't teach my kid. What you want to teach him? What you knew 5 years ago? Because once you stop learning, you
True.
become stagnant. That's all you know.
So I want to touch on something AC said because it's my biggest gripe in the development of kids. There are certain organizations that never expect to lose. So when they lose, the narrative become, oh, we had so many penalties, the referees was cheating us. It's disrespectful to us. And at first I got mad at it about it for us. But the more I rep, the more I get mad at it for the kids. Because you're making your kids believe they didn't do nothing wrong. They didn't play bad. We just didn't like them. And them kids don't believe they need to go work hard or watch film more or whatever it is that they need to do. And when you create narratives, I don't care, like, especially in our community, when you give somebody an excuse, they got a reason to fail, and it's hard to be successful. It's easy to tap out, bro. It's way easier to tap out than it is to not. And when you give people a reason to tap out, people gonna tap out. And that's something they doing with like creating that the referees cheater jaw narrative. Like I literally hate it in the pit of my stomach.
Now I will. Now listen, what I'm gonna say to
The
this.
one thing I'm gonna
Go
agree
ahead,
with.
Dwayne.
So the one thing I can agree with what you just said is that I always try to talk to each coach and tell them I'm just like a teacher out here. If your son or your athlete is in school and they're taking a test or whatever they're doing in school and they get something wrong, a teacher marks an X. My X is a flag. I said is basically I'm just trying to teach them what they shouldn't do. I said, but when you say, "Oh no, good block," no, that's not a good block, and you tell them to do it again, okay, well that's another flag. And now the narrative becomes, "Oh, this ref doesn't like me, or he's cheating for the other team." I love coming to the 757 and officiate because I definitely don't know anybody there because I'm from 4 hours away. So when I come there and they say I'm cheating for this team, I'm like, who am I cheating? I don't know. I don't know. First of all, I don't know any teen moms. If anything, that's who I'd be cheating for. But I don't know any teen moms out here. That's what I let them know that quickly. But other than that, man, I agree. Like it's a narrative that people push on kids, and the kids are like, oh, you don't like us. I had a kid in youth football. He's like 9 years old. He said that's the ref that don't like us. What? Is it that I get it when you because I play sports, so I get it. It's supposed to be a us against the world type of
Yeah.
mentality, but it's the wrong way you're teaching it. Like, but I digress. Go ahead,
So
AC.
let me ask you guys
Go ahead.
something real quick. So what's something about the game, right? That coaches, fans, parents would never understand unless they put on the stripes. Give us something from y'all point of view of that.
Game management.
I'll go ahead and yeah. I'll go ahead and go ahead, AC.
Game management. And when I say game management, meaning we can throw a flag on every single play, right? It's about being able to manage the game and what's an advantage and disadvantage in football, right? It's holding on every play, right? But did that hold allow that kid to get 6 or 7 yards? Or it's holding, but he got held right where the kid got tackled at. So what was the advantage of that? Did he hold? Yeah. Yeah, he did hold. But the kid got tackled right where the holding was at. So there was no gain. He didn't gain 5 or 6 or 7 yards off that play. That's the part about being able to manage a game at 6U, 7U, 8U. Them kids gonna hold every single play away from the play, around the play, all over the place. The problem you got is that as coaches, your kids come to the field and they show us everything that y'all teach them at practice. And the minute we throw a flag on something, we're throwing a flag on what y'all teaching them. Because they're going to show us what y'all show them at practice. You can best believe on game day, whatever you told them, they're going to do on Saturday. And if they're not doing it, that's because they probably didn't make it a practice. So they're not doing it. Right? Go ahead, Mike. Jump in.
So for me, especially in youth sports, I think it's almost like coaches feel like they have to work the referees. And the best way I can give you an example, and he our friend, and I'm gonna say his name. You can tag him when we turn this into a clip. I ref the game when Bruce was the head coach, and their center kept moving the ball. Like he'll pick it up, then get himself set. And we gotta throw that penalty. And Bruce keep yelling at, of course he ain't yelling at me, but he keep yelling at the referees who throwing the penalty. So he called the timeout and we showed him. And as we were showing him, he said, man, I know what he doing. We've been trying to coach it out of him all week. If that's the case, what you yelling at me for? What? You've been trying to coach it out of him all week. You know exactly what he's doing wrong, but you keep yelling at the referees like we doing something. Like, people act like you supposed to work the ref. Like, for no reason at all, you supposed to say, hey, ref, ain't it third down? Like, that's like, you spend more time doing that shit than getting your team ready to play football. And it's retarded. Not like special education, like retarded. Like, it ain't, a lot of y'all teams ain't good enough for you to have energy to keep doing stuff like that. You a coach. Please go coach. Go coach, man, please. Like, they pay me to referee because I can referee. Let me do my job and you do yours.
So, Mike, with that being said, I don't when I say think they working the referee, I don't really think they working the referee. I think they just trying to gain an advantage to a certain degree. And which it may be the same thing. But the problem I got is that as officials, when we go to you coaches and tell y'all what y'all kids are doing, instead of y'all appreciating it, y'all look at us like we crazy because we're telling you that he's holding. I did games this weekend. They had, out of every play they had, every other play they had 5 men. They had illegal formation. And I'm hollering and screaming, coach, that's an illegal formation. That's illegal formation. And I'm hollering and screaming it loud to the point where I stopped the game right where everybody was at and told the coach, because it's preseason, coach, look at your formation. You got 5 in the backfield. You got 4 running backs and a quarterback. Then he tell me, well, he's not supposed to be there. Maybe he not. But I don't know your plays.
Like,
right? But
you
then at the same time, you got another team over here that feel like we're cheating because we're telling you what your team is doing wrong. Right? But it's supposed to be preseason to get better. So if we're out here as officials trying to help y'all get better with these kids, and we're telling y'all what y'all doing wrong, but the other team looking at us like, why y'all helping them? Because they may be a little more advantage. They may have a little more advantage than the team that's getting beat 28-0, and they want to keep running the ball. They want to keep scoring. Meanwhile, this team over here that's gasping for air, that don't want to quit, they don't want to be out there no more. And we're still telling them, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. But y'all want to put y'all foot on their neck until y'all choke them out, like y'all never been in that position before. Because y'all don't know how to win with respect.
I know if you wanted to go right quick, Dwayne. I just wanted to say something real quick. That's one of the points of emphasis for PIFCO this year.
What's that?
One of the points of emphasis this year is like real life sportsmanship, bro. Like real life sportsmanship. Like so we can't say anything like to help other teams. And like you said, the team that's winning 28-0, they don't want you to help the other team. Like, I see a team come on the field with 10 on the defense, I start looking at the safety and saying, call timeout, call timeout, call timeout, right? Well, somebody done told on me, and now Pifco saying, man, y'all are officials. Just officiate. Because teams are complaining that even though they beating somebody bad, the referees are helping give the other team an unfair advantage.
Dwayne, you want to chime in? You want to chime in, Dwayne, before I say something?
You on mute. You on mute if you are saying something. Oh no, he might not be saying nothing.
Oh, so here's my thing to that, Mike. Honestly,
Y'all hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. So basically, there's two things, and both Mike and AC both said them both. Game management for me, especially on the youth level. If I'm doing a 6 game set, don't you guys realize that flags slow down the game? I don't want to throw them. Trust me, I do not want to throw any flags. I would love a smooth game. I'd love a very smooth game. Um, but flags are a part of the game. And as AC said, we have to, it's all about being a good game manager. Now, I'm also that same ref though. If you want to give it to me, I'm gonna give it right back to you. Like if you tell me my call is trash, and I'm gonna tell you your play calling is trash. That's just who I am. And I'm not disrespectful with it. I'm gonna laugh about it because at the end of the day, like I'm trying to see the kids get better. Like I said in my beginning statement, most guys that I know in youth football only want to win in little league. They don't want to see these kids. Like I know they love these kids. I would assume they do, but they don't want to win, like win in life. Not just because if you think about it, I've seen 20,000 athletes, and maybe I know 5 in the NFL. So you got to start thinking about the bigger picture, and it starts when they're young. And
And
then go ahead.
no, keep going. I'm sorry.
No. Then to piggyback off of what Mike said, they don't want us helping their like I know people don't want us helping the other teams, but I usually say count your players, coach, because I don't want to unfair. Like, do you want to win unfair like as an advantage because somebody has 10 or 9 players? Like, is that really to me? Is that winning? Is that saying your play call is that good? No, they just didn't have the right amount of players on the field to defend this play. And anything can like this. We can talk about we can talk about how coaches, as Mike would say, their team's not that good. Your team's not that good to be worrying about what refs are doing. Coach your team. That's what I always say. Just coach your team. We're gonna do what we do, and you do what you do. I have a tournament this weekend, and I know I I know already. I'm not gonna call the teams out because they're coming from all over. But
Yeah.
I know if you do another one of these segments next week, I have plenty of stories for you because I, I'm gonna be cheating. I'm gonna be cheating every single person on the field. Trust me.
So to your first point, being the referee who getting it back to you, man, my referee career, flag and youth, was almost over before it started, man. I don't know how to let you keep talking. Like the fans be so close to the field and they say all type of crazy stuff to you. Man, I kind of ain't that dude. But when I started wanting to really take it serious, and like I started getting around those guys who've been in the game a long time. And like, man, the best thing we have is a flag. Man, I'll flag your grandmama. She keep talking to me like that, bro. And coach, if I throw another one, either you or her got to get out of here. Like I ain't playing. So to that point, but one of the other points you made that, like I was talking to my wife about today, right? Look at how many, like every kid want to go to the NFL, right? And if that kid work hard and do the things he's supposed to do, look at all the jobs you can have associated with the game. Like, you ain't necessarily, like, you can go play in a bunch of different leagues. It's a bunch of different leagues you can make money. They starting to make money in flag. They like it's reffing, it's coaching, it's being a scout. Like it's so many things attached to the game that your kid can stay around what he loves. Like I know the inner, like again, we know only a certain amount of players gonna be able to play in the NFL. That don't mean your kid can't be successful at football though. And I don't think we teach that enough. Like if somebody would have told me I could have been an official at 18 years old, man, I'd be repping somewhere where they pay me a whole lot of money. Because of like, if I got a passion for something, I go wholeheartedly. Like soon as I locked into this and stopped just messing around, like I go at it wholeheartedly. I would have like, and we don't. I ain't gonna necessarily say we don't afford ourselves these opportunities, but we don't talk about them enough. Like a lot of times it's hit or miss. If I don't go pro, if he don't go pro, he gotta go be a garbage man. That's not true. That's not true. There's a lot of stuff he can do, you know what I mean? It's a lot he can be like Tony Rollins make good money being a trainer. A lot of people forgot about him, don't they? Didn't it? Tony Rollins make good money training people to get ready to play D1 college basketball.
I think coaches don't understand how much support they got from officials if they was just let the officials help them to a bare minimum. Because you got to realize when we go out there and we officiate games on some of these fields, there's no security. In today's time, right? You got parents that get upset because of officials' calls. You get the coaches, they get upset because of officials' calls. That goes down to the kids getting upset because you throw a flag. Like you're not supposed to throw a flag. Flags are going to be thrown. The problem I got is that you don't want us helping the teams that's getting blown out. But you only playing 10-minute quarters. So the longer it take them to snap the ball, or the longer it take them to get in formation, it's in your time away. It's less plays that you're going to get on the other side because the clock is being run. No matter what, the clock is. If we're helping them, then we're helping them to get in formation to snap the ball. So you might get another chance to get another play on offense. But if you don't, and we throw a flag, that we back them up 5 yards, 10 yards, once we spot the ball, the clock won't start back up. It's only have 10 minutes. So it eats away at your clock. Either way. Right? Then you want to use 4 officials or 3 officials for 6, 7, 8 right? You still got 22 kids on the field, right? Middle school ball is 8-minute quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Middle school ball, I'm gonna say this for the people in the back, they might not hear me. Middle school football is 8-minute quarters. Y'all want to play youth at 10-minute quarters, but y'all want the officials to be out there longer than they are for a middle school game, but make less money. We get paid for our time, not the game that we're doing. Understand this. It's about the time that we are out there, not about the game. We don't care that is an 8U. It can be an 8U, it can be a 10U, it can be a 12U, it can be a 14U. But y'all want us to be out there longer to make less money than we're doing a middle school game. Do I not understand that the schools have more money than some of y'all organizations? Absolutely, I agree 100%. But as an official, if you're telling me you want me to be out there 2 hours or longer to do a middle school game, to do a youth game, and I could be out there hour and 35, hour and 45 minutes to do a youth game and make $20 more, what do you think I want to do? I want to do the 8-minute quarters. But then when we give back to y'all and we go out there and we do 10-minute quarters, and y'all expecting a miracle, when in reality, if the officials run their clock and spot the ball the way they're supposed to with 4, you're going to get 2, maybe 3 possessions a quarter. It's all you're going to get. Somebody's going to get the ball twice, or you might get it 4 possessions. Each one of y'all might get the ball 2 times. That quarter is over with.
That's
don't have
probably
a
if
one.
it's a turnover. If it ain't a turnover, it's
That's
gonna
it.
be like one.
You
It's
don't
gonna be
have.
like
Y'all don't
two.
have a one football. That football bounce on the track and all over the place. Then y'all want us to stop the clock. We do. And then when we spike the ball, we start the clock back up. Y'all don't have multiple footballs. I promise you, if y'all had 3, 4, or 5 footballs on the sideline, y'all wouldn't get hardly no plays in because that ball coming up the sideline gets spotted. That clock is moving.
It's a running clock, and it take y'all 3 minutes to get your kickoff team on the field.
So what do y'all expect from officials that's trying to help y'all out?
And it get even worse. You ready? Y'all got 19 coaches on the sideline. How ain't nobody in charge of making sure it's 11 people on the field for the kickoff team, bro? How come we can't find the kicking ball or the kicking team? It should be one person whose whole job is just to hold. There's 9 coaches over here, bro. And all y'all want a time check, but ain't nobody paying attention. Man, it's a kid that's done took his helmet off and started talking to his girlfriend over there.
Yeah, listen, I dig it for that. And we got a question I'm gonna ask from the a viewer. It said, let me put it up there so I can see. What's the most misunderstood rule in football that even coaches get wrong?
So in youth football, I know for a fact it's the turning of the ball. You know how some centers want to turn the ball sideways to snap? You changing the neutral zone. The ball has to stay north and south. Like the ball has to stay north and south. And like we gonna get our this crew said we can do it. It's never supposed to happen. You changing the neutral zone. The neutral zone is the tips of the ball, like the tips of the ball. So the moment you turn the ball sideways, you just killed the neutral zone. And like in youth football, most coaches do not understand that at all.
So for
Make sure
me,
you tell the 9U Seahawks that.
so for me, at 6, 7, and 8, I'm gonna let you turn that football. So for me, I'm gonna let you turn that football at 6, 7, and 8. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're learning. At the bigger boys, absolutely. I'm not gonna keep sitting here throwing a flag on a 6-year-old kid because he turned the football. His hands are small. This is another thing about game management that we have to take in consideration. We have to understand these kids are 6, 7, and 8. We want about the kid turning the football. As long as that football don't come off the ground, what is the problem? Where is the disadvantage for that kid turning that football? As long as that football don't come off the ground, help me understand. He still has the ball on the ground. If he turned it sideways, the neutral zone is already there. They already got a yard off the ball. Did that kid jump in the neutral zone because he turned the ball? Did the offensive line move because he turned the ball? If none of that happened, where's the disadvantage or the advantage at 6, 7, and 8? There is none. This is when I go back when I say game management. That I talk about when I say game management is so important. 6, 7, and 8, them kids' hands are small. Are they learning? Absolutely. We have to understand what we are dealing with youth kids. At the bigger boys, absolutely. But 8, 7, and 6, let them turn their football. It's going to make your game go smoother. It's going to stop you from throwing a whole lot of flags. Let them have that. There's no advantage to that. There is none. The biggest misunderstanding in football.
So I got it.
Let me say this right quick, girl. I'm gonna let you go back. The biggest misunderstanding that youth football is the defense is jumping. The defense jumping, they think because the defensive guys jump that it's supposed to be a flag. If they don't get in the neutral zone, there is no flag. The big misunderstanding that we got is that people see the defensive guys jump and they automatically think that it's supposed to be a penalty on the defense because the defensive guy moved. That's the biggest misunderstanding for me for football at youth.
I'm gonna say the big misunderstanding for me is the same thing, AC, but it's when they go into the neutral zone and they say they got back. Well, you can't get back in youth football.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If you cross the neutral zone, you cannot get back.
And once again, girl, this is what I'm talking about.
That's it.
That's the difference between this girl and what they see on Sunday. That's the difference. What I told you earlier. This right here They think this right here is the same rules that they play on Sunday and the same rules they play on Saturday. It's not the same.
So listen, I got in my book and I found a rule in high school that I have never heard before. And I started asking high school coaches that I know if they heard of it and they didn't even know it. So if they punt, right? Let's say they on A-15 and they punt and the ball go to their 25 and your return man fair catch it. Your coach can call for a free kick. And from the 25, y'all can kick a field goal that they can't rush. But it got to be the immediate play right after that. That is the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. And I found that out a week and a half ago. And I've been asking about it. Like, they talked about it in the meeting, and then he actually showed me in the book. That is crazy. It's the free kick rule, and that's the craziest thing I ever heard of. That's the craziest thing. I never, ever, ever, ever. So, like, anybody thinking, well, I know the rules on Sundays when I'm watching the game. If you trying to come youth or high school, like, the rule book is different. It's different. Like, it's different.
Yeah. I got this question here, right?
What's up?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Let me give y'all coaches some knowledge right quick. If I'm on the 50-yard line, I can line up and kick a field goal from the 50. If that ball don't go into the end zone, wherever that ball stops at, that's where the other team get the ball back. If you don't know how to punt the football, kick a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give y'all some knowledge here, coaches, since y'all think y'all know everything. Let me school y'all a little bit. I'm at the 40-yard line, kick a field goal. We know it ain't gonna be no good. But guess what? If that ball don't go into the end zone, that's where the other team gets the ball back at. Wherever the ball comes to a complete stop. It's just as good as a punt, if not better. Let me help y'all out a little bit. See, instead of y'all asking officials to help y'all out with some education, y'all think y'all know everything. See, I can easily punt. I can easily punt about 8, 9, 10. Y'all don't know how to punt. Y'all don't even practice punt. It's preseason. Y'all still ain't punting. Y'all still want to do walk-offs.
I don't.
And now y'all want to do walk-offs. Y'all want coaches on the field. Like the kids can't hear y'all from the sideline. You don't have to be 2 yards on the field. The kid can hear you. But part of y'all problem is y'all want y'all parents to be right there by y'all kids. And y'all don't realize when that dad is talking to that kid or when that mom is talking to that kid, they don't hear a damn thing y'all saying as a coach. The last thing they hear is what that parent told them. So instead of y'all telling the parents that we don't want no parents around our kids, put them in the bleachers where they can't say nothing to y'all kids, y'all will have better football game. But y'all want parents and people all on the track and everything else, making y'all game hard because now y'all trying to coach. But while y'all trying to coach, they remember the last thing that they hear.
I don't.
So y'all get the parents away from y'all kids while y'all having games. They ain't at y'all practice. They sit in the car reading. But then come game time, they want to come down out the bleachers.
I wish they was far as way possible.
Yeah, but then come game time, girl, they want to come on the track or they want to be in the back of the end zone and they want to tell the kids what to do. But you done told them what to do all week long. Now come game day, this kid got to make a decision if he gonna listen to his coach or he gonna listen to his parent. Get these parents out of y'all games. Help make our game smooth as officials. But y'all don't want to do that. Because when we respect each other, when officials respect coaches and coaches respect officials, the game is gonna be a whole lot smoother.
Facts.
That's right. That's right. I learned that the hard way. And you know how I am. I used to give officials hell. As soon as they do one thing, I used to be on them, but I learned how it worked.
And that like at first that was the hardest part. Like I'm one of them people that's super observant and I'm always paying attention. So everything you say, I hear. Like, hey, he was not. And I look right at the sideline. Like no, that is not what happened. And like it's too much stuff going on the field for me to have to deal with that. And like one of the cool things was like we kind of, especially during the spring, we kind of got to talk to Jay, and Jay was at games, and he started saying like, and he started making people back up, like yo sideline people shouldn't be on the feel like them people literally at the out of bounds, bro. Like they gotta move, and like it be so much. Like I had a situation this year that could have got completely out of hand. I was actually proud of myself because at the end of the game, like a lady pointed at me and was like, "You know you won't doing your job," and I was like, "I'm gonna let you have it." And then the dude said, "Hey man, don't be talking to my wife."
So I don't think they understand how much authority an official have. That's part of the problem that you got with youth football. They don't really understand how much authority an official have, right? So what I do is we stop in this game until everybody get off the track and get in the bleachers. Can't mad y'all get in the bleachers. We're not gonna continue this game till y'all get in the bleachers. They go in the bleachers. Now, with that being said, I don't people understand that there are any bad officials because we know there's some officials out there that are not doing the things the right way. So I'm with the coaches on that. You do have some officials that show home cooking, and some teams don't lose at home because of some officials. It's out there. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm boo-boo the fool and don't know that some of these teams, some of our teams go out of town and they lose games because of some of the officials on home cooking. I agree to that. I'm not saying that don't happen. But understand that when you go out of town, you up against that. Understand that if you need a game up to an official, somebody ain't gonna make the call no matter how it go. Understand this. What can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. You can't do nothing about it. But understand that you can't give them an opportunity to go against you either. Meaning you need to stay off the field. You can't talk back to the coaches, to the officials. Like, because really, truth be told, girlie, the only person that's allowed to talk on that field, on that sideline, is the head coach.
Yeah.
Everybody else is supposed to be mute. But what we have got is, and I'm glad AYF is doing that this year. When they say take the sidelines back, I hope that's part of what they plan on doing. Is mute everybody else. The rest of the coaching staff absolutely go mute and can't say nothing. Now, if they got something to say, they can say it to the head coach, and the head coach can say something to the ref. Other than that, we have been so lenient on the coaches and allowing them to feel like they got a voice in this game, and everybody's talking on the sideline, everybody's hollering at the officials, everybody's doing this. All the coaches got input, got something to say. All it's gonna take is 1 or 2 coaches out of the game. 1 or 2 head coaches get ejected. I promise you, they kill all of that.
I got a question for all y'all, right? So AC, and I forgot his name, but I ain't gonna call his name anyway. So I was in the game, and the referee threw the wrong penalty flag. I forgot what it was. And when I corrected him, he got mad, right? So I was like, "Nah, I ain't tripping. I'm just correcting you because what you did was wrong. You mocked the wrong everything." So the next time he did something, and I wanted to say something, what I supposed to do in this situation? I'm the head coach. He look at me and say, "I'm not talking to you no more today. I ain't got nothing to say." I'm like, "You gotta talk to me. I'm the head coach, bro. I ain't did nothing to you." And he was ignoring me for about a quarter, though. You know what I'm saying? So what I supposed to do in that situation, man? He the white hat.
So you get it. You get his name. This is what I would do because I seen that. I seen what you say. I seen it happen. And you know why that happen a lot of times? I'm gonna be honest with you because a lot of times you got guys out there that don't know the rules. So that when I say they don't know the rules, they stay away from coaches because they don't know how to tell you the rule. So if I go to you and you're a coach and you know the rule, I make myself look stupid by going to you. So my job is to stay away from you, so I don't make myself look stupid. So I don't want to talk to you. So what I'm going to tell you is don't say nothing to me, because I'm dumb enough to know that if I say something to you, I'm probably going to be wrong. So I'm gonna stay away from you, and I'm not going to allow you to talk to me. Just because everybody got on a white hat don't mean they know everything. Just because everybody got on a black and white hat don't mean they know everything. Right? So what I'm doing is I'm getting his name, I'm getting his number, and I'm calling the league, whoever the league is, my best. Hey, listen, this guy right here, I don't care what y'all do with him. I don't care how y'all handle him. All I'm saying is, there's a mutual respect. If I'm gonna be a head coach, I would like for him to be respectful for me. If I ask him the question, even if he ain't got to give me the answer right then, at least get back with me. I'm going to explain everybody. Girl, I done did your games. I done did your brother's games. I done did all your games. First thing I tell you is, coach, this is the rule. You don't have to like it. This is the rule. Now, you can do yourself a favor, do me a favor. This the rule. Go look it up and call me, and I give you my phone number.
Yep.
Coaches don't call back. But as officials, what we do is when we wrong and we know we wrong, we poke our chest out and we got this uniform on. Because I'm going to take the side of the coaches right now. We put this uniform on, and now we Superman, and now we invincible, and now you can't say nothing to us because I got this flag, and I can get you out of my game. And I'm 100% wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
But to not show you how wrong I am, I just refuse to talk to you. And that's what they do.
Pride.
So
Absolutely.
It's a pride.
I done been on cruise where I refuse to talk to the white hat. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'm in my rule book, bro. If I don't be trying to be a dickhead, but as an official, your job is to try to get it right, bro. Man, it's a few white hats that literally will overturn you for what they saw without asking you. No, that ain't it. Well, listen, bro. This is what's gonna happen for the rest of the game. And I done looking dead in the face and I'm not throwing my flag at all. If you telling me my flag don't mean nothing because every time I throw it, you can tell me what I saw, I'm not throwing my flag at all. Ain't no need to talk to me. I'm not walking in no huddle with y'all. Let's just get this over so I can go home.
Yeah, but how does that look?
Bad. But how does it look?
But if I throw flags and you overturn it,
how does it look every time I throw my flag and I call somebody who ain't in front of it or say I didn't see what I saw, and that's not happening 4 times in the first quarter? What I'm supposed to do?
You keep officiating. If you want to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. You keep officiating because if you don't, you lose all respect of your sideline. And all thing gonna come from that is chaos. Because if you stop throwing your flag, only thing you did was gave that team on your sideline the option to do whatever it is they want to do. Regardless of your referee wave your flag off or not, 20, 30,000 times, you keep throwing your flag to let them know that you know what you're doing and you're throwing your flag. You take the pressure off of you by throwing your flag. And if he mark it off and he don't mark it off, then it's not on you. It's on y'all as a crew, but it's not on you as an individual. Because no matter what happens, you have to continue to throw your flag no matter what happens. You got to officiate that game to a 0-0-0 on that clock, regardless of what your referee do.
And as a seasoned official, I can go for that. As a person who was just starting and I still had a little attitude problem, like, man, and like, and here's the crazy part though. 5 years later, one of them is the one white hat. No, like everybody see they schedule every week and be like, fuck, I gotta be with bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there ain't, like, to the point I put a new guy on this year or last year, and they purposely wanted to separate us to see if he could fit in with other crews. Man, every week he was coming back like, man, even the team, like the teams, the fans don't know nobody. Like, dude, like, soon as they see him, they be on his ass. Like,
so part of the problem you got with that, Mike, is as an association, as an assigner like me, I got my own association.
Mm-hmm.
Part of you got to do is when you get people like that, you have to put up at I have to go out and observe that person. So Mike comes, AC, man, this dude right here, and then now somebody else telling me something else about this. If multiple people are telling me the same thing about this dude, I'm going to the game to watch this dude officiate a football game. And once I observe him, then we having a conversation. But you got to have somebody that's willing to go out there and talk to these guys. And the reason why I say that, because y'all know, I've been offered the opportunity plenty of times to come over to PIFGO to take over for the officials. That's not me. I don't want to go on that side of the water. I don't want to do that. That's y'all got it. Y'all do y'all thing over there, right? Because, and I say this with everything inside of me, 40% of the guys that's over there would not officiate games for me because of the exact same thing you saying.
I can go for that.
40% would not work for me because they're not willing to change. Right?
Man,
They've been doing it to the point that you can't tell them nothing. Right?
I,
You
I
can't
ain't
throw
gonna
you
say
can't throw you can't throw flags on every single thing. Right?
Just
Go ahead, girl.
man, there's one dude so scared to change. That man pants look like he
this one
bought him.
thing you talking about them referees, man, and I'm just jumping all around there. I hate them guys. Y'all may have spoke on this. I had to reset my computer. That coaches your team and other teams during the game in between the plays. It's a little different if you telling them they lined up over the ball wrong or whatever. But I'd have been in games with guys telling my lineman do this and do that. I'm like, bro, you don't know what I'm doing or what we got going on. So what if you coaching? Now you got him hesitating doing something because he listened to what you saying. Because at the end of the day, we tell him, man, listen to the referee. When the referee say stop, the referee say this. So if you telling them wrong shit, you know what I'm saying? I just think that referees shouldn't be coaching your team. If you got something you want to tell the player, respectfully, you should tell the coach, let the coach get that right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be, because I know what you're doing, and I see you coaching my team one play, then the next play you over there at the other team coaching them. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing.
So,
We did talk about that. We talked about that, but go ahead.
And let me give you an example of what I mean when I say coaching, right? I'm usually the umpire, so I'm in the middle of the defense. When both defenses first come out, I look and go, hey, which one of y'all are the free safety? Me. Hey, look, every time y'all come out for defense, count how many players y'all got and make sure y'all got 11. Not 12, not 10, not 4. Make sure y'all got 11 people. You see what I'm saying?
Like,
but hold on. You'll be surprised at how many teams don't do, like, you know, I played free safety in college. Like, that was our first responsibility. I don't understand how that's not the first thing that you teach them niggas, especially at like 10 and 12. Like, that's the, if he really play free safety, that's the, like, he gonna have to do it on every level. Why you not teaching it now? So, like, it be stuff like that. Like, or if I start counting, like, I got in trouble for doing this. They was like, don't use your finger. I kind of give coaches a chance to see that they don't have enough or too many. Because when I'm counting, I actually start pointing. And if you see me do that shit 2-3 times, I'm counting because you either got too many or not enough. I ain't telling you that, but I'm trying to draw attention to myself so somebody else start counting, if that makes sense. Like, I don't tell your kid get on that track block. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that goes back to what I
my
was
biggest
saying.
one here, right here. Go ahead, Dwayne. Go ahead, my bad.
No, it goes back to what I was saying in the very beginning. They're not coaching kids to be elite. They're just coaching to win on a youth level locally, actually, not even nationally, locally. You know, I know the teams in the 757 that are good, and I know the teams in 804 that are good, and I know the teams in Nova that are good. But when you go to Georgia and Florida, or you play in an EF Classic, you get smashed, and it's really embarrassing for the state of Virginia when teams come here and beat the brakes off of teams. I had the pleasure, and I'll say that I had the pleasure of doing the what game was that AC on that Friday night? Rare Breed 12 Rare Breed 12U. And it was versus the Seahawks, right?
Yeah, Seahawks, yep.
Yeah, so the 12U quarterback came to me, and I was the white hat, and I didn't have white hat on because AC ain't tell me I was gonna be white hat. But that's another story. Uh, uh, so Rare Breed 12U quarterback Deuce came to me and said, "Mr. Ref, I'm the captain. If any of my teammates make a mistake, please give me their number." He is 12. He's holding his team accountable already. Again, it's the way you're being
Yeah.
trained and coached.
It was
That's
11
what
U.
11. That's 11U.
Yeah, the 11 U.
11U, whatever. 11U. He's 11. That's even worse.
Yeah, it was
He's
11. Yeah, it was
11.
11. 11 U.
He's
Ooh,
11.
ooh.
Let me get this out real quick. Let me get this out real quick, Mike, because I forgot it 3 times already. Here's what I want to ask y'all: this why at the coin toss we even still doing the coin toss? Because when they come up and we doing the defer or whatever, like they telling the kids what they say. If they get it wrong, they correct it for them. Now, if it's 8 years or under, I can see the coach out there is supposed to help them. But if we at 12 and 11, if that kid mess up and we can get the ball 2 times, that's the advantage of the coin toss. But if we're gonna take that out, why even do the coin toss?
If you get it wrong, you get it wrong.
Yeah, 90% of the referees be correcting
So,
it. And mean you wanna, or they'll flip the coin and be like, all right, which way you want to receive the ball? Like, no, you know what I'm saying?
so I done your games, but you ain't never seen this. I don't think it's ever happened in one of your games. I ain't never been a white hat
Yeah.
so far. I be on my white hat ass about that, bro. Like you said, like what we do with 8U is I be like, look at your coach, because it's a coach standing right there. If your coach fuck it up, I even at 8U, that's a grown up. If you don't know the rules, I can't help y'all, bro.
But see, because that's
I
a
be
lot
on
of
my
like,
I be on my white hat ass, but again, I don't be having final say in stuff. If I was your white hat, like, cause I'm gonna have a conversation with like, it's a reason why the 2 referees supposed to go to the sideline and bring the captains out. That type of conversation is supposed to happen right there, bro. And if your coach ain't got you ready for the coin toss, I know you're supposed to get your ass whooped anyway.
listen, and that be the thing. Like even with my younger ages, I coach them up on that over and over what to say. So I may walk out to halfway to the hashes, and then I just may stand back. Then other coaches will do the same thing. So if you step back and your kid fuck up because you want to try to be like what I'm doing, that's on you. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
can
that's an
agree with
advantage
you.
to the game.
So
That's an advantage
so
to the
so
game.
let me tell y'all so let me tell y'all something. I
Hey, see,
feel
you know
different
you
about
done
this
seen
than
me
what
do
y'all
it, you
saying right
know.
now.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but for me, I feel different about the coin toss, because kids make mistakes. They're human, right? Nobody's perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. We're not going to get everything right. Right? They're kids. They're under a microscope. They got so many things. They got 50,000 things going through their mind as kids,
Yeah.
right? So with that being said, is 9 times out of 10, what I do is I ask the coach before the coin toss, what do you want to do? I ask the coach, what do you want to do if you win the coin toss? Same thing I do in high school. Coach, I got a scrimmage tomorrow at Booker T. And what I do is, coach, if you win the coin toss, what do you want to do? In my pregame, we want to defer to the second half. When that kid come out there and he say
Yeah.
something different, I'm going what the coach say. I'm not going what the kids say. Your coach said you want to defer, you want to defer.
Yeah.
They kids. Once again, we have to understand game management. I think we take game management for granted and don't understand. I swear, girl, this is no lie. I got a kid. Well, he's a grown man. He's probably about 35. Probably about 35. When he was 7 years old, we was doing games at Lakewood Park. Little little smart ass kid. I said, he won the coin toss. I said, you want to kick receiver the first to the second half? He said, I want to kick. I said, you kick, you're going to kick both halves now. Do you want to kick the first and second half? You know what he said? I said I want to kick. You know what I told him? I said, your little smart ass gonna kick.
Yeah.
And I made him kick twice. And I took him to the sideline to his coach. And I said, because of his mouth, y'all gonna kick twice. This kid, 35, he working at Walmart, and every time he see me, you know what he say? He played football at Happy University at HU. He came to AC, you know what? You made me kick the ball twice. And he's 35 years old right now today. And every time he see me, the first thing he say is, you made me kick twice. I said, no, your mouth made you kick twice.
Yep.
I do everything I can to allow kids to not make a mistake. And when I say that they're human, I know they're gonna make mistakes. But who am I to sit there and let this kid get kicked twice and go back to the sideline and let the coach cuss him out and embarrass him? Because now at 6, at 7, at 8, and at 9, once you get in these kids' head mentally, and you grab them out of face mask and you cuss them out and you hit them in the back of the head, guess what you just did? You done lost that kid for the rest of the game. Because mentally he done checked out on you. So once I get it, I get what you're saying, girlie. But as an official, my job is to make sure that these kids understand why. Hey, listen, I know you say you want to kick, but this is the reason why you want to defer.
Gotcha. I go for that.
How you doing what you're doing, so they won't make that mistake. What is it going to hurt for you to tell them that? You got so now.
I got frozen AC.
Yeah, he just froze on my end too.
Now, don't get it wrong. I don't have no problem with after the coin toss pulling the kid to the side and saying, listen, bro, you always either want to receive or defer. Don't ever say kick. If I'm the dude on the sideline walking up with him, listen, bro, you want to receive or defer. Never say kick.
Yeah, but once the coin toss, that's
from that point on again. Like at some point, we got to hold these organizations accountable too, though, AC, because you just letting anybody coach kids that don't know.
But how do you do that? Mike, you're dealing with kids. You're dealing with kids, coaching kids. You're dealing with kids, coaching kids. So you know how you fix that problem? Mike? And you know how to fix that problem, girlie? And Dwayne, you know how to fix that problem? Before the game start, all 4 of y'all officials go to that team and introduce yourself to that coach. Hey, coach, before the coin toss, if you win the coin toss, what do you want to do? Now the coach told you what he want to do. Now when you come out there, if the kid tells you he want to do something different, the coach said you want to defer to the second half. We're going to defer to the second half.
So let me ask you. So what you do if you go to the coach and you say, "Coach, you win the coin toss. What you want to do?" And he say, "I want to kick. I want to kick."
Yeah. Then that's what we're gonna do. Then that's what we're doing.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna put that responsibility on the kid.
I could go for that.
So at 6 through 9, what I do is at check-in at halftime of the game is usually check-in for us. I go and let the coaches do it. Because I'm first of all, it wastes too much time because y'all got to come out with all these antic smoke, music. Why? All right. When you about to get smashed, you coming out with all that. I heard one of the biggest boom boxes July 4th weekend and got the brakes beat off of 59-0. All right. for nothing. So what I do is 6 through 9. Oh, it's a check-in. We're gonna go ahead. We getting this over with right now at check-in. Coaches, y'all gonna do this. Bigger boys, I'm letting because you're closer to middle school and high school, so you'll be able to do this. But right now, you little kid, you don't need to smoke. I'm not putting that in your hands. Mm-mm.
Yeah, 11 and up, man. They need to learn how to make that decision.
That's 10 enough for me. You double digits. If you double digits and you know the song, you know the words to every Boss Man D-Lo song that come on.
Listen.
You are smart enough to know you need to defer or receive.
So here's another thing. That's a new mandate for us. It ain't no more warning about language and stuff like that. Like I normally warn a couple times. Like they kind of like You say it at the pregame, you start throwing flags immediately.
No. Hell no. Hell no. Listen. Hell no. And I had a problem with that. I had a problem with that with the guys on that side of the water. And I'm gonna say it again. And I'm gonna say it again. And I'm gonna say it again. High school, absolutely. Youth, hell to the no. Because these kids, they heard between their family, they heard in their house, they heard in school, they heard amongst their friends. And if you sit there and think that these kids are going to be able to stop using language, now it's a difference if they just flat out are disrespectful and everybody on the sideline can hear it. I get it. If I'm in the middle of the field and girl are coaching and girl can hear it, then I got a problem with it. But if it's in the middle of the field and I'm the only one can hear that, we're not throwing no flag on that shit. We're not.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
Because
You're not going to stop a
get
kid.
like, oh shit.
You're not going to stop a kid from cussing for an hour and a half. That's absolutely impossible. Once again, it goes back to game management. Understand how to manage these kids. Understand where these kids grow up at. Understand these kids' environment. Understand what these kids hear every single day. You can't stop a kid that's been cussing for 3, 4, 5 years to stop cussing for an hour and a half. Now, what I do is, even when I talk to them, hey, listen, man, I know y'all gonna cuss. I know it. Am I telling you to do it? Absolutely not. But what I am telling you is, if I tell you to chill out, that means fucking chill out. And if I got a problem with it, hey, coach, you need to talk to him about his mouth. I'm gonna send him to the sideline. Hey, girl, you need to talk to him about his mouth. Now, if I send him to you and you don't correct me,
we'll send them off.
Yeah, and if you don't correct it as a coach, I'm gonna give you every opportunity to keep your kid in this game. Because my job is to keep your kid in the game till he show me he don't want to be out there. The minute he show me he don't want to be out there, and the minute the coach show me he don't want to be out there, then guess what? He don't want to be out there.
So but
I'm gonna give that coach every opportunity to correct that.
So that's kind of who I am as a referee. But what I'm telling you is the new mandate that's down from PIFCO is, man, all that shit we talking crazy. Listen, like the way they saying it is, we are game officials, officiate.
And I said to you,
oh, go ahead.
Good. And I said to you, and I love Jay, and I love Rob, and I love everybody over there at PIFCO, and I get all the more that salute. That's one reason why I don't officiate over there. You're not going to tell me how to manage my game. That's one thing you ain't going to do. You'll never tell me how to manage my game. You'll never tell me. I don't care what they want. As a referee, it's my job to manage this game. You got if you're playing high school rules, then we're playing high school rules. Now, if you're telling me you got bylaws that you don't implement it in your rules, I get it. I understand. But it's still up to me, and it's still up to my judgment to determine if I want to throw 50,000 flags or not. Because y'all games have 50,000 flags. There is no flow to the game because you got so many flags. Now, when you got 50,000 flags, where is the flow to a football game? And then what comes with that? The longer you keep these kids on the field, the longer you keep these parents on the field, the longer you keep these coaches on the field, the longer chance you have of somebody getting in an altercation or getting in a fight.
That's right. And I go for that.
And
like
that's
that
from experience.
To me, that leaves so much, like you say, it leaves so much room, man, for some extra BS. Like, because, let's just say, even though we ain't on this type of time, we homeboys, we tight, and you want, we got plans to get to Florida. You in the championship game. Man, it's real easy for you to kick that other team player out for saying he did whatever to change the game and make sure I get an advantage. Like, it just leaves so much wiggle room that people gonna come back with some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
So just based off our relationship here, anytime I get y'all games, it's sketchy, but I probably throw more penalties on y'all than I do on other teams because of it, if I'm being honest.
Just because you know how it's gonna look.
Yeah, like I know. I really understand that a 50-50 call. If it's gonna look like I gave it to you. I really understand that. So sometimes I'm just not go. If somebody else throw the flag, they throw it, and I'll leave my flag in my pocket, or you know what I mean. But like, and it's one of the things that get me about this, and I say this to people all the time. Like, if you know me in any way, shape, or form, what about me say I came out here to cheat some 8-year-olds, fam? Like what? Like I mentor kids. I teach a class at a middle school. Like I take kids to work. I take kids to school. Like what about me? Said I came out here to cheat some 12-year-olds, fam. Like you really don't know me. My integrity.
Hey,
like, and I it was like one of my biggest pet peeves is my integrity. And I had to grow to the point where I understood it ain't even about me. It's about who them people are. Like again, we talked about it earlier. Like you gotta create this cheat narrative so your kid don't feel like he not as good as the other kid or that part of the game.
I just don't get, like, I get it, but I just don't
but
get
you know,
throwing
you
a
done been on the
7-year.
other.
No, I just don't get throwing a 7-year. I just don't get throwing a 7-year-old out of a football game, man. I just don't get. I just personally don't get that. A step.
And then
Go ahead, Jordan.
And then here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part about it. When you throw that 7-year-old out, you ain't throwing him out for that game. He got to mix the next game.
Yes.
That's
what
the
am I accomplishing by that?
It depends on the 7-year-old because it was a 7-year-old 14 or 6 or 7. What's the flag? 6? Yeah, like 6. They was like he used to playing tackle. So the kid just kept like he ain't reached for nobody flag. He probably had 6 tackles before we threw him out the game. Like we trying to work with y'all. When did y'all put him on the flag team?
But then you got to understand. But Mike, then you got to understand. He's only doing what? Once again, he's only doing what he's been taught.
No, we did. That's why we kept giving him a chance. But at some point, it's about the safety of the kids on the other team.
Yeah, but then that's different. But if he's tackling the kid, that's totally different. I'm just talking about the use of language. I'm just talking about the use of language. Like,
I'm only telling you what the mandate is passed down, bro. Like,
oh, I know what it is. I know. I seen it.
If I'm a white hat, it's something totally different than if I'm on somebody's crew. Because a lot of times now I'm getting put with the big dog, so he gonna enforce it the way he gonna enforce it. So it's gonna have to be enforced. Now, again, like y'all said, if I hear a kid, he right by me, I might look at because I know, because see, they listening to hear you say, hey, yo, this your last warning and stuff. Like what they saying is stop warning. Either throw your flag or don't say nothing.
What do you gain by that?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what the mandate is. Again, at some point, AC, like now that I done took it serious, I want to be the head dude where these conversations and the rules is being, the bylaws is being tweaked by me, and we can really do this the way it's supposed to be. Because like you said, it's about teaching kids, and ain't no kid perfect. I don't care how good you were as a kid. You had some shit with you too. Like ain't nothing wrong with that as a kid. It's as an adult.
What's gonna happen with Miss Goody Two Shoes? When Miss Goody Two Shoes son get kicked out the game,
I'm not perfect by far
because she swear her kid
I'm not mistakes by far. Plenty of them, but what I will say is, and I appreciate everybody that I do their games. They have respect for me. Is what I earned. It wasn't given to me. It's what I earned, because I never ever cheated a kid a day in my life in 32 years of officiating. I can understand. I never ever cheated a game, cheated a kid, and I did everything in my power to try to keep these kids in the game. I done had kids fight, and DJ.
I cheated one time in a basketball tournament. I ain't gonna lie. The other team made me mad. I gave an and one to the other team so they could go to overtime. Fuck y'all, pussy. They got mad as hell. I wanted to fight. I think I was like
Wild
19.
shit.
I was like 19 or 20. Hell yeah. And I looked at the dude after the dude pissed me off. I say, just catch the ball under the basket and go up. I'm going to blow my whistle. Oh, shit.
That was a long time ago. What?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That shit was at USAC. That's how long ago that was.
Church.
Yeah, my first or second year there, they had me ref the basketball tournament. And goddamn hell yeah, the nigga pissed me off bad as hell. I looked at it and I gave him the and1 to send the game into overtime. It was like 3 seconds left, and a little nigga hit a goddamn half-court 3 to win that motherfucker.
God damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But no, I ain't never cheated the football games in no way, shape, or form. Like, part of why I got into refereeing is because as a nigga who really studied football, I used to see referees cheat or not know the rules, and it used to irk my soul, bro. Like, how do you, like, they paying you? I watched a team in the playoffs of a flag.
The only people in the youth sports to get paid, bro.
No, that's the facts. That's the facts. And then don't get these people to like, man, if I do 6 games, I'm coming home with 350.
All right, let me ask you guys this, right? I got y'all. I want to ask this because I said something to a referee one time, and I just wanted to get an understanding. So when whatever the contract or is the common courtesy, whatever home team you referee at, they supposed to provide you a meal. That's the contract, right? I mean, that's what is it a meal or they just doing it on the lookout?
No, they just doing it on the lookout.
They just doing it on the lookout.
Yeah, some of them don't provide.
Right, so some of these refs crazy. They going to get a meal or 2 every game, feeding their homegirls.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Because at certain fields, that's just how they treat the refs, and it's gonna be niggas who take advantage of it. I know one of them you talking about. That's the same dude I told you. Don't nobody really like it. Don't nobody want to work on the crew with him. That man eat in between every game. Like at halftime of every game, he gonna eat a hot dog, get a soda. Then he gonna get a Gatorade and a burger. Then he gonna get some wing. Like he gonna eat at halftime of every single game.
But he eating up profit. That's what you gotta understand. That's profit. For that team, he's eating up profit.
But a lot of the fields that they send them to,
and he
like
the girls and the kids with them and everything.
Like when I do the adult flag in Florida, they give you 1 voucher. It's for like $25. They like if you're gonna do a full day shift, they gonna bring you sandwiches twice, and then they're gonna give you a voucher for one of your breaks where you can sit down and really eat. And if you take that voucher and lose your voucher, nigga, you gonna be paying for your food.
But see, we bring our own coolers. We bring our own coolers, our own chairs, our own tent, our own drinks. We don't, because we know these teams are trying to get money to go to Florida or whatever the case may be. We get it, and you end up profit. Now, if they want to give you, make you a plate at the end of the game, and they got something left over in their head, that's cool. But don't abuse the privilege. You know what I mean?
90% of the time, that's what I do though. When I'm going to get paid at halftime of the last game, if they got something, then I grab something. Because again, we come from hustling. I understand this profit mark. Like y'all paying me off y'all profit. So if you can sell it all, and then I can go to you just gave me $300, fam. I'll go to 7-Eleven, get me a hot dog if I want one that bad. Know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of dudes who, man, give a nigga an inch, give a nigga a rope and think he a cowboy, Gus. Goddamn, like it's people who gonna take advantage of every opportunity to take advantage of something.
Yeah.
So Gilda, as a coach, for me, what is the issue or what is the misunderstanding to the point where let me rephrase it. How do you feel as coaches and officials can get together to have games go a little smoother, where the coaches and the officials can respect each other? Because I think that's lost.
One, the first thing we got to communicate with each other like we both men. Whether that's coaches talking to the referees crazy or referees talking to the coaches crazy. I done seen it on both sides. More so on coaches because there's more coaches than referees. But referees would talk crazy. I done had a couple of I wanted to get I almost was about to lose my coaching. Shut up and all types of stuff like yeah, I don't know what you this should go out the window real quick, man. Like you know what I'm
slap your
saying?
face off your
I, I,
face.
I walked in here as a man. I'm gonna walk out as a man, bro. You know what I'm saying? So talk to each other respectfully. That's one. And then sometimes, man, like you say, you got to realize. Prime example. I can't remember if it was a Super Bowl or something, but you did a call AC, and I started. I was looking, and you was like, "What's wrong?" And I was just looking for a minute. I said, "Hold on, AC, that's wrong." Because it's something. You was like, "Damn, you know what? You're right." But you was man enough to correct that. Other officials, they would have been like, "Hell no," it would have been a whole nother issue. So it's all about just being respect, bro. I admit when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
So I think we got to understand that, and I'm sure Mike feel the same way, and I'm sure Dwayne feel the same way. He's still up there. Coaches and officials are out there for the same reason for the kids, right? We ain't out there to be disrespectful to the coaches, and I don't think the coaches are out there to be disrespectful to the officials. But we gotta also understand that we can't, as officials, we can't bring our attitudes and what's going on between our wife and what's going on between our kids and what's going on with our job. We can't bring it to the field because now
That's right.
it's going to be some kind of animosity toward that coach to where we can't take our anger out on what we want to take it out at home. So we take it out on the next thing in front of us, which is the coach. So as soon as the coach says something disrespectful or the coach says something crazy or the coach asks me a question and I don't feel like answering it because I really mentally ain't at the game. I'm mentally at home, but I'm physically at the game, but I'm mentally not there. Right? And because I'm mentally not at the game, I take my anger out on the wrong people. And the same thing with coaches. We got to understand as coaches that when you at a football game, you just can't be at the football game physical. You got to be at the game mental also. And understand the reflection that are these kids that you got around you. And they're looking at you. And they're watching what you do. Same thing as officials. When we get out there, you got to understand that everybody's watching us. Everybody's watching how we talk to each other. And I got to be, at the end of the day, just because I put a shirt on, I'm still a man. You still a man. I still have to respect you no matter if I got this shirt on or not. I still call coaches sir. Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing, sir? I still call coaches sir. I don't care if you're younger than me. Hey, sir, how you doing? How you doing today? I still respect coaches no matter how old they are. Because at the end of the day, they're sacrificing their time just like everybody else. And officials are the only one that's getting paid.
I'm gonna tell you what I learned. I'm learning too, man, with the game. And I think these leagues, AYF, UIF, Pop One or whatever, Pivco and everybody down, we gotta go back to order and structure. The youth football to turn into the wild, wild west. These coaches don't have. They just think they can say and do whatever. Like a lot of the stuff really is out of line for youth football. Sometimes when you sit back and watch it, that's why some of the stuff gets started. You done turned the youth football into gang activity, organized gang activity to a little bit. Like, so we got to get back to some type of the sport for the youth. That's what it's about. Like a lot of the grown people putting all their energy on the youth sports for the wrong reasons, and they got the kids doing crazy stuff. Like, and then you can't tell these young guys nothing at all, neither. Like, not even young, older. Like, you can't tell them nothing. That's anybody, ref, coaches, presidents, whatever. Like,
so that starts with accountability.
Exactly.
Right. So as an official, as a coach, like when officials do stuff wrong, I salute it. You can ask an official that work for me. They mess up, I say something to him, hey man, You've been doing this too long. That stupid shit you're doing right now, I don't need that in my game. Right? Same thing with coaches. Like it's accountability. Understand who you got on your sideline. Understand who's because he's a representative of you. Because whatever he do, it reflects on you. If unsportsmanlike on him, it goes to you. He gets 2. No, you get 2. You're the one that's ejected. But now you asking, but you also have to ask the league. You also have to ask the league to take accountability and understand that if officials know your officials that you got on the field, right? Know the official, know who you're putting on your field to the point that if something gets out of hand, you have to hold that coach accountable. If he had to miss a game, he had to miss a game. If he got to miss 2 games, he has to miss 2 games. You have to set standards, and it has to be across the board, not just with coaches, even down to the officials. If something is going wrong in these games that are taking away us getting back on, like I said, and I keep hopping on AYF, take the sideline back. Kudos to them, and I hope everybody's following their guidelines on what they're doing, trying to take the sideline back. But what we got to do is we got to hold everybody accountable, no matter who they are, no matter where they are, even down to the parents. Listen, I love your kid, but listen, you can't come to this football game acting crazy. That's your kid out there. I get it, but as a coach, you have to allow me to coach your kid. But if you're going to come out here with all kind of animosity, and because your kid only got 2 plays a game instead of 3, or he didn't get a chance to run the ball this time, he might run the ball. He's going to fit in wherever we put him at. It's a team sport. It's not golf. It's not tennis. So understand that when your kid come over here, we're going to put him where we think best fit him at his athleticism. That's what we're going to do. He may not be able to run the ball. He may have to block this time. But let us coach. And if your parent can't understand that and allow y'all to coach, and she feel like that it's game time and her son need to run the ball, ma'am, I need you to stay away from either take your son off the team or you let us coach, because you're not going to come over here and dictate to us what your kid is going to do on this football field on Saturday, because it makes all of us look bad.
That's right.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna piggyback that a little bit. As a parent, you signed your kid up for football. You didn't sign your kid up for soccer. You signed your kid up for a contact sport. So acting like somebody did something wrong because your kid hurt on the football field ain't always what happened, right? She don't watch the podcast, so she probably ain't gonna never see it. But my little cousin played for middle school this year, and his mama, I went to a playoff game. He caught an interception and got whacked and landed on the football. He was laying on the field for like 2 minutes. His mama came running out the stands on the field. Then he just got up and walked to the sideline. Do you know what that looked like, fam? It looked like your mama probably shouldn't have signed you up for football.
And I always say it like this. They quick, if they child would have been the one hitting the kid, hurting the kid, they going to go crazy and post it. So it don't never supposed to happen to your kid. You cool with it when your kid did it to somebody else.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But we gotta be mindful, and this is something that also irks me as a referee. As the adults who come out there to cheer for that kid, you are a representative of that kid. So when you come out there dressed like you just left the alley, or you loud and obnoxious for absolutely no reason, that 10-year-old can't turn to you and say, "Hey, Pop, can you shut the fuck up? Because you embarrassing me." I tell you, you embarrassing him.
Yeah.
Stop going out in public and embarrassing your kid. Like, they are representative of you, but you're a representative of them too.
You gotta care, Mike. That means you have to care, though. A lot of them, the problem is they don't care.
No,
That's part of what you're saying is
That's
you
100% true.
you're talking to the people that care. You're not talking about the people that don't
Because
care.
you got to look. A lot of them coming out there, they want some. I ain't even gonna go into it.
If they leaving, listen. If they're
He
leaving
came
out of looking
outside
like they
and
just
your son
no, if
playing
they're looking like they
football.
just
Yeah,
left the
you
club,
got
Mike,
a
they
person
probably
out
just
there.
left the club.
You fans, fam.
9 times out of 10, Mike, if they get to that football field and they just like left the island, that mean they probably slept in their clothes. So they
Man,
just coming they don't care. You gotta
Yeah,
understand. You're talking about people that don't care. The worst thing that get me about officiating is for a parent is for them to yap and yap and yap, and even there to the coaches to say you gotta throw a flag. Somebody gonna get hurt. That fucking irks my nerve. Same thing with basketball. Blow the whistle, somebody gonna get hurt. A whistle and a flag has never stopped the contact. Everything comes after the contact has already happened. The flag come after the contact has already happened. The whistle comes after the contact has already happened. It's never prevented anything. We throw a flag after there's contact, whether it's holding, whether it's a chop block, whether it's face mask, whether it's a crackback, no matter what it is, the flag comes after the contact.
that's right.
That irks my nerve. Same thing with basketball. So you want us to anticipate a foul?
Yeah,
then if somebody don't get fouled,
You
you
can't
be mad
blow
that
it.
I
Blow
move
it
away.
until you see it.
Absolutely.
And I got listen. So I mean, it's a great conversation, man. I got my last closing question I want to ask, man. Like I said, I had to reset. So if y'all talked about this, excuse me, I missed them. But I want each one of y'all to answer. We can go with Dwayne first, and then AC, then let Mike close it out. What's one thing from you guys? What's one thing coaches can do to make y'all game day better? It could be all different types of things. What's one thing you want from a coach to make it help your game day go smoother, however you want to say?
Is Dwayne still up here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he started talking.
I
Oh,
want them to, yeah, I want them to realize. I want them to be in charge of their sideline. I want them to realize that if if you say something, you ignite everybody. I want them to be like I want coaches to have more awareness because if a coach says, "Man, ref, you cheating us," and the kid said, and the parent, then the other coach said, then the kid said, like parents said, so
The
now it's a
domino
thing.
effect.
So I want coaches to understand awareness, have emotional intelligence about the game. That's probably the hardest thing they're ever going to be able to do. But it it just if you have the awareness and the emotional intelligence to say, you know what, this ref's not cheating me. We ain't playing like shit. We playing like shit today. If you can have the awareness as a coach to understand that it all starts with me, head coach,
Mm-hmm.
because it all starts with the head coach, and that's all I want. Oh, and to get all these daddies off the sideline who think they coaches who ain't really coaches. That's
Good luck with that. That's
everybody.
that's that's 70% of the coaches.
Listen, your kid okay. Like you like your kid ain't even that good. And I'm one to say, hey man, if I ever tell if anybody hears this, if I ever say, hey man, you might want to put your kid in like track or like lacrosse or something. If I'm telling you that, that's because
Yeah,
I know
yeah. Hang it
your
up.
kid your kid is not that he's not the one.
Yeah. Unless
I've
y'all
known
just doing this in between sports and he playing other sports.
I mean one of my favorite athletes, Davion Fat Rat Brown. He's now at Virginia Tech. You're gonna hear all about him. Fat Rat. That's my guy, right?
He running back, right?
What'd you say?
He used to play running back.
He played running back. Yeah, he played running. He
Yeah,
played everything. He was
yeah.
everything. He was
I
he
remember.
was
I
the
remember the
best.
name.
He was the best kid
From
I
Richmond
saw
or somewhere
in.
up that way, right?
Yeah, he's from Richmond.
Yeah.
He's a receiver at Virginia Tech now. He's gonna be a freshman this year. He's probably gonna start. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's gonna start. know who athletes are. I know who they are, and I know who they ain't. He works hard for what he works extremely hard, but he's also a very talented athlete. And I knew that since he was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Now I see these other kids. Again, I see these other kids, and like I said, if I tell you go ahead and look for soccer, baseball, bowling, whatever it is, if you hear me as a parent or a coach say that that kid needs to do that, he ain't he or she ain't the one for this sport.
I agree.
That's all I got, man.
Facts. I agree.
What you got,
So,
Ace? Come on.
so for me, this right here, this
Fuck.
right, this right here. It's not Sunday. It's not Saturday. This is where we all should be officiating from on the youth level. You can go to Google and get one. You can order it on National Federation, NFHS.com, whatever. Order the rule book for me. The problem I got with coaches is to make the game better is don't come and hire me to do your game after you went out and paid somebody else $30 the week before to book your game and ref your game. Then when I come out there throwing flags on something that they didn't, I look like the bad guy. I look like the bad guy because I'm coming out there playing cleanup because you're so cheap as an organization, or you're so cheap as a coach or as a team that you don't want to get officials and pay them, that you rather go out here and get somebody else that's worth $25 to do your game, and then the next week I come out there and do your game, and I look like the bad guy because I'm throwing flags on something that they didn't.
Mm.
So now I look like the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I do high school football. I look like the bad guy when you went and got this dude that's been standing in front of Tiny Giant for 2 weeks to officiate your game.
He got soccer shorts and
Yeah.
basketball.
He got a yellow towel in his pocket. It's not even a flag. And he's doing your game because you're so cheap to hire somebody to do the game the right way because you want to save money. You are hurting the league. You are hurting your kids.
And you don't care about the kids.
Football. You are hurting the football as a whole when you want to go out there and you want to get these officials to do your game that you know are not qualified, but because they're friends of yours. Cut that shit out. Because the minute Dwayne come out there, or Mike come out there, or AC come out there, or anybody else come out there and work your game, we playing cleanup from what somebody else did last week. Now everybody cussing at us and fussing at us, talking about we don't know what we doing.
Tell it.
Mike, before you go, I want to put these two comments.
So I'm gonna be done with that, and I'm just saying, man, I wish everybody that's up there a safe season. Y'all know my phone number. If y'all got any questions about any calls, anything that's going on in your league, I can't change no call that an official make. If he make it, I can't change it. If you want to ask me about a rule, I will tell you the rule. But what I'm telling you is, if you ask the rule and you don't want to know what it is, and somebody give it to you, do yourself a favor and go look it up.
Facts.
That way you know if he's telling you something wrong or right.
Facts.
You're not doing yourself a favor if you don't go look the rule up and you just take his word for it. Because none of us are perfect.
Hey, AC, I got something for you. This a viewer commented on something you said. I was gonna try to get to it early, but y'all was talking and they want to cut across. So about you were saying something about the whistles. I'm trying to remember. You were saying something about the whistles, the fouls or whatever coming after the whistle. They said they kind of disagree in basketball. Let me put it up there. Sometimes a whistle can bring order and calm down the game. Then he said he had a kid run over a kid when they was pressing us. He got a steal, but no whistle. It was an obvious foul. Next play, he tackled the hell out of my kid, for the steal. If the whistle was blown on the first, one, my kid wouldn't have got hurt. So I guess that's what he was saying about.
But once again, they answered my question. If the whistle was blown, the whistle still would have been blown after the contact. Would it or would it not?
Yeah.
True. That's my whole point of what I'm saying. I get what they're saying about something that's going to happen later. I get that. But you can't anticipate a foul and blow the whistle because you think there's going to be contact. So I'm
Yeah,
not disagreeing with what they're saying.
You got to see it. Basically, I get what you're saying. Yeah, maybe they
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that they're not right to a certain degree, because if you don't blow the whistle, the fouls do get harder. Absolutely, 100%. If you don't get the contact the first one, the next one gonna be harder. The third one gonna be harder. The fourth one gonna be harder. They're 100% correct on that. But the first one's still gonna be blown after the contact. We're not gonna blow a whistle before the contact happened. So even the ball got stolen and they got ran over, should it have been a whistle? Absolutely. And because they didn't, they got tackled. Yes, they was wrong. But what I'm saying is, when they got ran over, the whistle should have came after they got ran over. You can't blow the whistle assuming they're gonna get ran over. You have to blow the whistle after the contact has happened.
Yeah, right.
So I agree with them. I'm just saying everything happened after contact. Flags happen during holding. There's contact. Whistles happen in basketball when there's contact.
You gotta see it to throw the flag. Is
You
what he's
have
saying.
to see it, because other than that, we're anticipating.
You can't guess they gonna do it.
Facts.
Oh, he looked like he about to hold. Let me throw it.
Yeah. Let me throw a flag because he look like he about to celebrate. Let me throw a flag because he look like he about to hold this guy.
I get
or
what
he
you're
about
saying.
to do a pass interference. So everything comes after the contact.
Yeah, I get
So,
it.
but salute to him asking a question. Hey man, that's what it's all about. Asking questions, getting our opinions, trying to get it right.
Facts.
On you, Mike, go ahead.
Man, first, Dwayne, AC, appreciate y'all. If it's one thing that I would want coaches to do to help us have easier games, is getting a rule book. It is baffling to me how many people that call themselves head coaches that have no idea what rules you playing. Like you say, man, we playing high school rules, and coaches be like, for real? Like, how are you the person in charge? Right? Getting your rule book, you make the game easier for us, because like when I ref women, whether it's women's flag or women's tackle, as long as you know your rules, man, you don't get yelled at or nothing. Them people are like strictly by the rules. If you could, like, coaches have to understand, like, and another thing, especially in youth football, like, it's still 11 people. Still 11 people on the field for both the offense and the defense. It's 4 officials. We're going to miss some calls. You have to understand that. Like, I'm learning 5 and 7 man mechanics right now. And even in 5 and 7 man, some calls going to get missed because it's 11 people on each side of the ball.
So, and like we say, man, listen, for the calls that get missed, they could throw a flag every fucking play.
See, I was just about to say, for sometimes that call didn't even get missed. You just think it's bigger than it really is from people on the field. You think that holding means something, but man, that man was holding a receiver on this side of the field. They ran a sweep that way. Like, he was holding the corner on this side. That man would have never made that play. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's about game management. Everything you see, we not gonna see. Your angle different from the sideline, different from my angle. So if I could give the biggest piece of advice is, man, let us officiate and you coach. You coach. Your job is coaching. My job is officiating. If both of us do our job, we'll be fine. Let me do mine. I'll let you do yours.
I think they don't know the area of responsibility. They think because officials are there, everybody's looking at the runner. Same thing with basketball. Everybody's looking at the person that got the ball. Right? Nobody's looking at what's going on around this person. Nobody's looking at what's going on around the guy that don't have the football. Right? Because something happens in front of me. AC, you standing right there, you should be able to see that. I'm not, because I got to protect your quarterback. Now I'm watching this play, but your quarterback get nailed, and I don't see that. Now you're hollering and screaming about they was roughing the passer.
You're not protecting my quarterback.
See, y'all got to understand it's areas of responsibility for officials with 4. At the snap, we got this, but once the ball is snapped, we have to go to a zone. So we're trying to watch 22 kids with 4 officials or 5 officials or 7 officials. Even in NFL, we see calls get missed. That's the nature of the game. But understand that every time we throw a flag, it's a judgment call. All 5 of us that's on this call right now together, me, you, Mike, Gurley, Dwayne, myself, all 5 of us can be looking at the same thing and see something totally different.
Absolutely.
All five of us can do that, right? But just because stuff happened in front of us, don't mean we see it. Sometimes we are blocked off. It may be 2 guys that are blocking for this guy, and we might not have seen the face mask because he was being 2 guys was blocking after he went past them, and we were scared at all. Did we miss it on purpose? No, we missed it because there's only 4 of us out there. Understand that. So don't think that we're out there and we're just cheating because we missed stuff. And understand this. This is the biggest takeaway, and I'm gonna let y'all go. The further you are away from the play, the more you see. The closer you are to the game, the less you're gonna see. If you're right up on top of the play, you're not gonna see stuff. The further you are on the sidelines, the more you're gonna see. I wish coaches would have to officiate one game and let people holler and scream at them just one time like they do. They will see things totally different from the dog side. The referee side is the dog side.
They already know because they can't take it from the parents. So
girl, you know what? If coaches could officiate the game and not cheat, y'all wouldn't need us.
You got a big point there.
That's the facts.
The reason why y'all need us because y'all can't be trusted.
That is the facts.
You're right, 100% right.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want to do. I'm gonna end on that note. If y'all can handle the game and y'all can officiate the game and y'all can coach the game without cheating, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna see a holding that happened on your team and you ain't gonna call it because your kid is running the ball. The reason why y'all need officials, because y'all can't be trusted.
Because I'll take that touchdown back. You absolutely are not.
And that's in any sport. The reason why you need a neutral person, because neither one of them teams can be trusted.
Facts. Hey, listen, man.
Hey, man, thank y'all guys for having me on. Dwayne, thank you for coming on. Mike, appreciate you having me on. Girl, I appreciate you having me on, man. Anytime y'all want to holler, no matter what the subject is, I'm down. Just let me know.
Right.
You know, if it ain't a game night or game week, I can handle it. But hey, man, I wish y'all guys a safe season. Girl, I wish you a safe season, man. Wish your kids a safe season. Hey, Mike, it's a long grind, man, but I'm glad you came over to this side. I'm glad you're seeing things from a different side, man. And understand, man, that guess what? Just because officials don't agree all the time, that's part of the game. We're not going to always agree. But the more you get in your rule book and the more you study the game and the more you see things that go on, you'll understand why certain things happen the way they happen. I do games with Dwayne. Dwayne do games for me. We do games with each other all the time. If people call me about games in Richmond, I call Dwayne. Hey, man, take this. I'm not going up there. Mutual respect. I love that dude. He want to AC. You come down to the classic. I let him work. I don't care. I rather want to go. It doesn't matter to me. I just want guys around me that I know gonna handle whatever it is I need them to handle. That don't mean they perfect. It's just that I got enough trust in them to know that they can handle whatever it is that come their way. And if coaches can trust each other and understand that the officials are out there to help them and not hurt them, it makes for a great season.
You're right.
It makes for a great season, man. Mike, keep getting it, man. Keep getting it, Mike. Keep getting it, man. You got any questions about anything, man? You got my number. Call me. We'll chop it up.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what we do. I try to come on inside and help Matt with training the guys and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, we're only as good as the worst person in our association.
Facts.
That's right.
AC, do you got games this weekend, AC?
Yes, sir.
I know. That's why. See, AC will be coming up here do this tournament, but I know he got the what is it called? It's Gary's games, right?
No. I got games at Green Run. I got games at the Sportsplex.
See, man, listen. AC ain't never not gonna run out of work. That's how you know he he a good official. He never gonna run out of work, man. Never running out of work. I appreciate you, gentlemen, for having me on.
got an all-star games, everything in the bag.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I
He's
just try to give back, man. I just try to give back. And the reason why I say that, I'm probably the only association. I ain't talking about high school. I'm talking about as far as youth. I'm probably the only youth association that give back to the parents. Year 4 last, I gave away $200, $10 each to a kid to go to Florida. Last year, I gave 5 women that's in the background that people don't see, the teen moms, $100 a piece to go get their nails done, to go get their hair done. I collected $500 from the officials and said, hey, listen, we're gonna pick 5 women and we're gonna get each one of them $100. This year, I'm gonna try to do $1,000 to give back because they make my job easier when they do check-in. When they got the teams here on time and they check in and it's time to kick off, everybody been checked in. I don't have to worry about that. They behind the scenes.
That's right.
So
well, I'm gonna go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's little stuff like that, man. Give back, man. I don't mind giving back. I give back all the time. I ain't just out there just getting money and not giving it back.
Yeah. But I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, man, Dwayne, Mike, AC, the referees, I really appreciate y'all, man. Big thanks for coming through and giving us a look from behind the whistle from y'all point of view. So remember, next time y'all out there in the stands and y'all want to fuss, scream, they cheating, throw the flag, just remember they humans as well, like everybody else. And I'm gonna close it with my saying, may the wind always be at your back and the sun always upon your face. And may the wings of destiny carry you aloft to dance with the stars. Until next time, keep listening with pleasure. We appreciate everybody. We catch you next show.
2 fingers. Peace out.
Get in that book.